Yes. You can.
I have my first question.
Yes. Yes.
Because we all work under project lines and deadlines and terrible time pressure. So when you said don't have time consciousness, how are you going to manage?
All right.
You can start.
When you have time consciousness, are you able to manage?
Behind trouble.
So same thing is going to happen. You see, two things. When you are having time consciousness, two things will happen. Either you will be able to manage or you will not be able to manage. Either you will be able to manage one group who will be able to manage. Can't you manage the same thing without having time consciousness? When you can manage with time consciousness means the stress. You can verily manage without stress. You can do much better way. Because when you don't have stress, all your energy is expressed in creativity. As a creativity, you can always have new ways, new methods. And I tell you, the person who is stressed cannot create new methods and ways. He will only be working like the trained or a programmed way of working. You will not be even looking this side and that side. Just scan your life and look back. In your own house, you will not be using many rooms. From the office, you will straight go to the house, sit in a same sofa, sit in a same hall, sit in a same chair, eat, straight away go to bedroom, next day morning come down and straight away come to the garage and come here. If you scan your life, you wouldn't have used many of the rooms for months together. You live just like a programmed way. Just a programmed way. You can see your life. Even your vacations are very clearly programmed. If you are sitting in the house and thinking, it's homework. If you are sitting in the office and thinking, worrying, it's a office work. If you are sitting in the beach and worrying, it's a vacation, that's all. Only the place is changed. Otherwise the worrying is the same. Mental setup is the same. If you can manage with stress, you can verily manage without stress. First thing. Next group, who are not able to manage their target. When you can't manage, so naturally, are you going to manage with stress? Why are you having stress? Whether you manage or not. This is the only two things. But the stress is no way going to help you. We always have an idea. By stress, I may shift from the non-manageable group to manageable group. Please be very clear, you can't jump from this group to that group by stress. You can jump from this group to that group only by creativity and unleashing your potential energy. You understand? Are you able to understand what I say? There are two groups. One is who are able to manage with stress, who are not able to manage with stress. So you will be in someone group. If you are in the group that I am able to manage, then why should you have stress? Drop it. And naturally, when you drop, you will be able to do more. If you are in the group of that I am not able to manage, again, why should you have a stress? Anyhow, you are not able to manage. Relax. And this only one desire. Maybe by stress, through stress, I may jump from this group to that group. And I tell you very clearly, it can never happen. You can jump from the inefficient group to efficient group only by creating or expressing your energy, not by stress. Whether the jumping or managing is going to happen only by clarity and creativity. One more thing. We always think this stress management and all is only theory, Swamiji. I tried a lot. I read a lot of books. I tried a lot and I worked a lot. I don't think it is working. 2 days we remember all these concepts. They are so nice. The third day disappears. Third day our life is back the same way, the same routine, same lifestyle. See, you say again and again it is failing because your understanding is not deep enough. I have seen Somebody came and told me, Swamiji, in last 1 year alone, 11 times I stopped smoking. Means what? 11 times he started again. Means that this decision is not strong. The understanding is not deep enough. So actually, if you can understand with a little bit of analyzing, if you can penetrate your being, and just, it's after all your mind. Decide consciously. Let it be very clear to yourself. Hereby I am deciding, I am going to live the way in which I want. I am going to express my energy the way in which I want. Simply to be very clear. Just by stress, you can never jump from inefficient group to efficient group. By stress, you may jump from this group to that group. You may jump from efficient group to inefficient group. That can happen. And one more thing. Again and again you are trained. You are taught to remember about the time, to remember about the pressure, and just see your own life. The moment you think about the people who give you pressure, what happens to your energy? Drained. Just see in your experience. The moment you remember their faces, the moment you remember their words, the moment you remember the stress, do you feel energetic? No. Then how can you think, how can you say you can be successful based on the stress? You can be successful only when you unleash your potential energy. And I tell you, if you can come down to present moment, reducing the worries means reducing number of thoughts, reducing the, I can say, frequency of your thinking, it can simply unleash the potential energy. You will see a different dimension of your being. Only thing, you need a little bit of courage to experiment what I say. Try for next 11 days. Decide, I will not bother about the past and the future. I will not let my mind again and again to think of the past. And I tell you one more thing. When you remember your past, you remember only about your failures. All you will remember, all the print which is there in you is nothing but your failures. It's like you measure the strength of your life based on the weak link of the chain. If you think your whole life is a long chain, you measure the strength of your life only based on the weak link. But you are not a weak link. You are not just a weak link. You generalize your capacity, your efficiency, your ability based on the weakest incident or the weak link of your life. You can't generalize based on that. At least you should be little courteous. You should be little loving towards yourself. You can do the average. But you never do the averaging. You always measure yourself based on the weakest link. See, anybody will have valley and peak. You should, if you have to measure yourself, you should go for average, not for the valley. But your mental setup is such, our mental setup is such, we always measure ourselves. We always remember our past, only the valley incidences. Only with the valley we measure ourselves, not with the average. You don't even have to go to the peak. At least you can measure yourself with the average. Come to the average. But we never do that. The remembrance of the past itself only will make you again and again dull. And it will only drain your energy. So, neither the remembrance of the past nor the worrying about the future is going to transform you. Come down to present and insist on concentrating your energy. That is why the Gita says beautifully, you have authority to work. Don't bother about results. Krishna does not mean don't take your salary, have your salary. But he says continuously, don't visualize about it. If you are continuously visualizing about the fruit, about the result, you will not be even able to walk. If you are continuously bothering about the goal, you will be paralyzed. You will not be even able to walk in the path. Continuous bothering about the goal will not give you enough energy to walk in the path. Simply walk in the path, you will reach the goal. When you choose the right road and if you are driving, naturally you are going to reach the goal. A nice story. One guy sat in a ferry boat, wanted to cross the river, and once the boatman started rowing, the guy started walking up and down inside the boat. The boatman said, "Why don't you be seated? Please be seated, otherwise I can't row the boat." He said, "No, I have no time to sit. I have to go urgently. That's why I am walking to and fro." All your walking, all your stress is walking inside the boat, which can never help you, at the most can disturb you, at the most can hinder the growth. All are walking, look into it very clearly. Just be a little more intelligent. Everything I can say, when I say everything, I mean capital letter. We always think, no, not everything, Swamiji. You say, what you say is truth. I can say what you say is truth 60%, but 40% it's reality. I tell you, all our perceptions, be very clear, all our perceptions, as long as we work based on the data from past and the worries about the future, about ourselves, it is totally wrong. Because your idea about yourself based on the past itself is wrong. You always measure yourself based on the weakest link, the valley. But you are not valley, you have peaks also. And at least come to the average. You never measure yourself. You never respect yourself even based on the average. All your idea about past is only about your valleys. So when the data is wrong, when the processing is wrong, how can the result be right? Naturally it has to be wrong. Yes.
So how do you unlearn the past? This is the classic problem.
Just for 11 days, make a conscious decision. A simple conscious decision can change. You are intelligent enough. You don't need a separate technique. See, only for the kids we have to give techniques. You are intelligent enough. Just decide very clearly. For next 11 days, I will try to live in the present moment. And surely in 11 days, you will not lose your life. Our mind will say, no. In 11 days, I will do this project, that project. I think after this project, I will take up this technique. After that, I will do this. Just decide for next 11 days, again and again, whenever I remember, I will drop bothering about the past, drop bothering about the future. I will drop the faces which creates stress in me. I will drop the words which creates stress in me. I am accepting myself completely as I am. I am going to work. Whatever comes out, let me face. Just for 11 days. I can be sure the only side of it will be your efficiency, and you will achieve your goal and the bliss, nothing else. And when I say these words, I take the responsibility of these words, because I worked with thousands of people. I worked not even thousands, I can say lakhs, because in last 2 years I have met 2.5 lakh people individually. 2.5 lakh people individually, and we have 2,000 trained healers who are going around studying meditation to 400 centers in 20 countries. And every day our healers are touching 10,000 people. With the experience of all these people, this is indirectly. Directly I have touched at least 2.5 lakh people from all walks of life, all kinds of people, educated, students, corporates, all circle. I say from my experience, simply the conscious decision to live in the present moment can transform your understanding on life.